My wife said, "Don't come to my office party. It'll be awkward with my ex there." I said, "Of course, I'll stay home." What she didn't know was that I was the new regional director, her boss invited as a surprise guest. When I walked in and she saw who was sitting next to me, her face went pale. I'm David, 35. Been married to Rachel for 7 years. 3 weeks ago, she started acting strange. More phone time, smiling at texts, saying it was work stuff. Then last Tuesday, while I was making dinner, she dropped it. About the office party Friday, maybe you should skip it this year. Why? Marcus is going to be there. My ex. I think it would be awkward. He's been acting nostalgic lately. Please, just this once. I agreed. Like an idiot, I trusted her. What Rachel didn't know, 2 months earlier, I'd been headhunted for regional director at hair company. 3 rounds of interviews with corporate, not her local office. I'd accepted and was starting Monday after the party. The CEO invited me as a surprise introduction. I hadn't told Rachel wanted to surprise her. Friday night, Rachel spent 2 hours getting ready, wore a black dress I'd never seen, kissed me goodbye and left. I waited an hour, then got dressed. The CEO sent a car. I walked into the hotel venue at 8:30. The CEO, Richard, waved me over to the executive table. That's when I saw him, Marcus, sitting right where Richard was gesturing. "David's our new regional director," Richard announced. "Starts Monday." Marcus shook my hand, unaware who I was. Rachel kept her maiden name professionally. I scanned the room, spotted Rachel at the bar with coworkers. Marcus's phone buzzed. He smiled, typed a response. "Your wife here tonight?" Richard asked Marcus. "Divorced, 2 years now, but I'm working on something promising." Marcus glanced toward Rachel, rekindling an old flame. "We dated before she got married. Her husband's some tech guy who works from home, barely pays attention. She's been receptive." My hands gripped the table. I stood and walked toward the bar. Marcus followed, still talking. Rachel saw me at 10 feet away. Her face went white. Her drink slipped and shattered. "David," Marcus stopped. "Wait, do you know Rachel?" "I'm married to her," I said calmly. Marcus was just telling me about rekindling an old flame. The married one with the tech husband. Realization hit Marcus. "No, you're David? Regional director David. Your new boss's boss. Starting Monday." Rachel's coworkers went silent. Music turned down. "David, please. It's not what you think." I pulled out my phone. "You told me to stay home so it wouldn't be awkward." Marcus just said you've been receptive. "Which one wants to explain?" Marcus held up his hands. "She told me the marriage was basically over, that you were living separate lives." "Is that what you told him?" I asked Rachel. Silence. "We've been texting 6 weeks, Marcus continued. "She said you didn't pay attention anymore." 6 weeks. Right when I told you I was interviewing for local positions to be more present in our marriage. Rachel's eyes filled with tears. "We haven't done anything, just talking." I called our cell carrier on speaker. "I need text message records from my wife's number for 2 months." Rachel lunged for my phone. I stepped back. I left. Drove to my brother's place. Saturday, the text records came through. They hadn't slept together yet, but planned to next weekend. Marcus had booked a hotel. Messages were explicit. There were also complaints about me that I was boring, gained weight, more interested in video games. I'd been gaming on weekends because she said she needed space. I forwarded everything to my lawyer. Monday, I showed up to my first day. Marcus was on administrative leave. Rachel called in sick. Tuesday, Rachel sent 100 plus messages. I blocked her and communicated through my lawyer. Wednesday, Marcus was terminated not just for the affair, but for falsifying expense reports discovered during investigation. Thursday, I filed for divorce. Friday, Rachel showed up at my office. Security called. I told them to send her away. She waited in the parking lot 3 hours, cornered me at my car. I made a mistake. I felt invisible. "I was working toward a promotion to be home more," I said. "Saving for a house. Gaming because you needed space. I'll do anything. Therapy, counseling. I want a divorce. Stop showing up. Next time I'm filing a restraining order." The divorce was finalized last week. I kept the house. She took her car and half the savings. Rachel sent a handwritten letter apologizing, saying Marcus had love-bombed her and she'd gotten swept up in feeling desired. I filed it away. Maybe someday it'll matter. Right now, it doesn't. I'm doing okay. Work is good. Joined a gym. Dating a little. Nothing serious. Sometimes I think about that moment when Rachel's face went pale, when she realized her planning had imploded, that the husband she'd written off was becoming her boss's boss. I don't take pleasure in her pain, but there was justice in that moment. Not revenge, just truth.